In this lecture, you will create your first Singleton class in 3 simple steps. To get started, go to STS, go to the File menu, create a new Java project. Give it a name, call it Core Patterns. Core Patterns is the name of the project. Expand the project, right-click on the source folder, say New Class, call it DateItl, and the package name com.bharat.patterns.singleton. Finish. We have a class called DateItl. It is not Singleton yet. To make it a Singleton, you have to follow these 3 steps. The first step is to define a constructor as private. Go back to the class. Private DateItl is the constructor. Once we do this, no other class will be directly able to instantiate the DateItl class. The second step is to declare a static method that will return an instance of the DateItl. Public static DateItl is the return type. GetInstance is the name of the method. This is a common convention that we follow, getInstance. Hit Ctrl 1 on the error, add a return statement, and it will return null by default. The third step is to declare a static member of the same class type in the class. Do that up here. Private static DateItl, call it instance. We are going to create that instance inside this class here. Instance is equal to new DateItl, and we will return that instance back. And we don't want to return this instance every time this getInstance is called. We don't want to create a new instance. We'll do that only if the instance is equal to null. So we need to make sure we add that check, do a Ctrl+Shift+F to format. So you have defined a private constructor, which is the first step. You have defined a static method that returns the instance of that class so that other classes will be able to create an instance of this particular DateItl. And you have defined a static variable in the class, which we are instantiating inside this method and returning it back. When we are instantiating it, we are making sure that we are only instantiating it if the instance is null. If not, we will return the existing instance.